Welcome back to America's election headquarters in New York. Today's bombings in Brussels bring renewed attention to the issues of national security and radical Islamic terror. The attacks come as voters in 3 western states make their choices heard on who should be the next occupant of the White House. We have Fox team coverage tonight. Ed Henry in Washington State, where Hillary Clinton is holding a series of events today. But we begin with chief political correspondent Carl Cameron in Palm Beach with Donald Trump as he awaits election results tonight. Good evening, Carl.
Hi, Brad. And in response to the Brussels attacks, Donald Trump has once again renewed his proposal for a temporary ban on all immigrants and visitors to the United States.
I would close up our borders to people until we figure out what is going on.
He seemed to again suggest he would use torture to interrogate suspected terrorists.
If they could expand the laws, I would do a lot more than waterboarding.
Just yesterday at the pro-Israel AIPAC summit, he outlined a broad hands-off foreign policy approach, though he promised to defend the Jewish state. Earlier in a meeting with the Washington Post's editorial board, he questioned the U.S. military presence in Asia and the Middle East and the U.S. role in Europe with NATO, suggesting we can no longer afford to be the world's policeman.
We will send a clear signal that there is no daylight between America and our most reliable ally, the State of Israel.
On Capitol Hill, Ted Cruz likened Trump's anti-interventionism to President Obama's.
Donald Trump is wrong that America should withdraw from the world and abandon our allies. Donald Trump is wrong that America should retreat from Europe, retreat from NATO.
John Kasich demanded President Obama cut short his Cuba trip.
I think to be not in the country, rallying support behind our friends in Europe is a mistake.
Today, 98 delegates are up for grabs. Arizona, where early voting's been underway and heavy for days, has a 58-delegate winner-take-all primary.
I'm sick of professional politicians, and he's not.
Trump's had a comfortable lead in what few Arizona polls have been taken. Utah's 40-delegate caucuses are awarded proportionately. Unless a candidate gets 50%, then it is winner-take-all. Cruz is favored in Utah, where he's backed by Utah Senator Mike Lee and 2012 Republican nominee Mitt Romney, who now lives near Salt Lake City. Trump needs about 56% of all the remaining delegates to clinch the needed 1,237 for the nomination on the first ballot at the July convention. In case that doesn't happen and no candidate has enough on the first ballot, the GOP has already begun staffing up for a contested convention, with the committees on rules and credentialing and others playing crucial roles. And all 3 campaigns, Kasich, Cruz, and Trump, are now aggressively canvassing their delegate slates, looking for their most ardent loyalists, anticipating that if it's not decided on the first ballot in Cleveland, there will be a vicious fight on the convention floor. Brett?
Carl Cameron live in Palm Beach. Carl, thanks.